Have you ever been in a conversation and suddenly your brain goes completely blank? Like 1 second you're normal, and the next second your mind is just Windows XP shutting down. And then you think, why can't I think of anything to say? But here's the weird truth. You probably did have something to say. You just rejected it. That's the real reason most people run out of things to say. Not because their mind is empty, but because their internal filter is way too aggressive. A thought comes up, you instantly judge it too boring, too random, too awkward, too dumb, not impressive enough. So the conversation doesn't die because you had no thoughts. It dies because your thoughts got killed at the border. And that changes everything. Because now the solution is not be smarter or memorize more topics. The solution is to stop acting like your own overpaid security guard. Here's what top-level communicators understand. The opposite of awkwardness is not brilliance. It's tolerance for imperfection. The people who seem naturally confident are not always saying amazing things. They're just more comfortable saying normal things, weird things, unfinished things. That's why someone insecure might spend 20 seconds mentally editing one sentence, while someone confident just says, wait, that reminds me of something. Or, I actually have no idea why, but this is interesting. And somehow they sound better. Why? Because conversation is not a TED Talk. It's not a final exam. It's not Shark Tank. It's a live exchange. And people don't connect with polished perfection nearly as much as they connect with access to your mind. That's one of the deepest secrets most people never realize. People are often not looking for your best line. They're looking for your realness. That means even saying, I honestly forgot what I was about to say, can work better than forcing some fake smooth sentence, because now you're not performing, you're revealing. And humans trust revealed minds more than polished masks. Here's another hidden truth. Great conversation is usually not driven by genius. It's driven by association. One word leads to another. One memory leads to a question. One question leads to a story. For example, someone says, I barely slept last night. Instead of freezing and trying to invent a brilliant response, your brain could go sleep to dreams, to weird nightmares, to that one time you woke up at 4 a.m. for no reason, to airports somehow being the strangest places on earth, and suddenly you're talking. That's how real conversation works, not through perfection, through movement. The problem is most people interrupt that movement too early. They're not bad at talking. They're bad at allowing. And this gets even deeper. A lot of running out of things to say is actually a threat response. When you become too self-aware, your attention turns inward. How am I doing? Do I sound stupid? Are they judging me? What if this is awkward? Now your brain is busy monitoring you instead of noticing the conversation. And the more attention you put on yourself, the less material you have. But when your attention shifts outward to curiosity, observation, and what's actually interesting, your mind starts generating again. That's why curiosity is conversational fuel. A curious person is rarely speechless for long. And here's something even stranger. Sometimes silence itself is not a problem. Panicking at silence makes you look less confident. Being calm inside silence makes you look more confident, because real confidence is not always knowing what to say. Sometimes it's being relaxed enough not to rush. That pause you're scared of. It's often only terrifying to you. To everyone else, it's just a pause. So if you want to never run out of things to say, Stop chasing perfect lines. Do these 4 things instead. Notice something, follow the association, ask what's interesting, say the honest thought. That's it. Observation, association, curiosity, self-revelation. For example, traffic today is insane. That always makes me feel like time moves differently. Do you get angry in traffic or just accept it? I act calm, but inside I become a disappointed philosopher. Now you're not stuck anymore. Now you're in flow. So the final lesson is this. You do not run out of things to say because your mind is empty. You run out because you reject too many thoughts before they become words. Lower the bar. Stop over-editing. Let the thought breathe. Let the conversation be a little messy. Because the people who are best at talking are usually not the ones with the most perfect minds. They're the ones who gave themselves permission to be heard before being polished.